In the sprawling neon labyrinth of Evermore, within the immortal realm of Perpetua, death had become a myth and every life was forever chained to debt. Here, a miraculous technology known as the Vita engine had granted eternal life, but at the cost of freedom. Each citizen was bound to a relentless digital web of financial servitude, a network known as the Nexus of Debt. Reproduction was forbidden to prevent overpopulation, leaving the stagnant masses trapped in a cycle of endless labor for the benefit of an elite few. Riven, a disillusioned worker with eyes that had seen too much sorrow, had long harbored a quiet fury beneath his weary exterior. Life in Evermore was a constant battle against rising inflation and crushing loans. Yet, it was during one rain-soaked night that fate intervened. Mara, a resource broker with a mysterious past and a secret burning in her eyes, found him in the shadow of an abandoned overpass. She carried with her whispers of an ancient legacy, a fabled artifact known as the Chronicle of the Lost, said to contain the true history of Perpetua and the original, noble intentions behind the Vita engine. Mara revealed that the ruling elite were not born into their power but had ascended from the ashes of a once revolutionary order. In their hunger for control, they perverted the gift of immortality into a system of servitude. The Chronicle, hidden in the depths of the central treasury, a fortress pulsing with forbidden energy, was the key to dismantling the oppressive network. With it, one could rewrite the ancient cosmic contract embedded in the soul grid, the mysterious force powering the Nexus of Debt. Together, Riven and Mara assembled a ragtag band of rebels, each carrying scars from the endless struggle. Among them was an enigmatic figure known only as Echo, a former enforcer whose loyalty had been shattered by the haunting realization of his own lost past. Echo revealed that he had once been a part of the elite's inner circle, but a fateful encounter with the Chronicle had awakened him to the system's cruel irony. Under the cover of darkness, the rebels embarked on a daring mission to infiltrate the central treasury. They navigated through Secret Service tunnels lined with ancient, cryptic inscriptions, a reminder that Perpetua's origins were steeped in both technological marvel and mystical lore. As they breached the fortress, alarms wailed and neon lights flashed in a disorienting ballet of chaos. In a frenetic showdown, Riven found himself at the heart of the treasury's digital sanctum, where rows of cold servers formed the backbone of the oppressive nexus. It was there, amid the cacophony of beeps and blaring sirens, that Riven uncovered a truth that shook him to his core. He was a descendant of one of the original architects of the Vita engine. His bloodline was intertwined with the dream of freedom, a dream that had been hijacked by greed and fear. This revelation ignited a spark of determination within him, a reminder that even the darkest legacy could be reclaimed and rewritten. As Riven and his team engaged in a fierce cyber battle with the automated sentries and digital guardians, the walls of the Nexus began to tremble. The Chronicle of the Lost activated, its ancient script unfurling like a tapestry of redemption across the network. In that electrifying moment, a spectral figure emerged, a ghost of the founder, whose voice echoed with both sorrow and hope. He confessed that immortality was meant to be a gift, a means to cherish life rather than enslave it, and that the cosmic balance had been disturbed by the elite's insatiable hunger for power. The confrontation reached its zenith as the system buckled under the rebels' onslaught. The stolen wealth and credits were rerouted back to the people, igniting a surge of liberation that rippled through every district of Evermore. Yet, even as the oppressive digital chains shattered, the cost of rebellion was evident in the faces of those who fought, etched with both hope and the scars of sacrifice. In the aftermath, as dawn broke over a city newly awakened, Riven stood atop the rubble of the old order. Perpetua was far from free, and the battle for true liberation had only just begun. But in that fragile moment of triumph, the spark of hope glowed bright, a promise that even in a world where immortality had once been a curse, the human spirit could rise, reclaim its destiny, and rewrite the future. The chronicles of Perpetua had been forever altered, and as whispers of a new revolution swept through the streets, it became clear, freedom, however elusive, was worth every fight. In the days following the shocking collapse of the Nexus of Debt, Evermore buzzed with a tentative hope that verged on the edge of revolution. But as the rebels celebrated their hard-won victory, the shattered remnants of the old order revealed new, deeper layers of betrayal and mystery. While Riven's triumphant act of liberation sent ripples through Perpetua, the Chronicle of the Lost began to divulge secrets no one had anticipated. Hidden within its ancient script was a revelation: the Vita engine, the very source of eternal life, was not merely a technological marvel but a living, conscious force, an echo of a long-forgotten civilization that had woven magic with science. The cosmic contract that bound every citizen was not solely a financial curse, it was a binding spell meant to siphon the life energy of the masses, fueling the elite's insatiable hunger for control. This truth, more harrowing than debt, sparked whispers of betrayal among those who had once seen the system as simply corrupt, not malevolent. As the news spread, a secret faction within the rebel ranks emerged, known only as the Dissidents. Led by a charismatic and enigmatic figure, Callista, rumored to be a descendant of the original architects of the Vita engine, this group believed that the only true path to freedom lay in unraveling the cosmic contract itself. They argued that the elites had not only enslaved the body and mind but had also stolen the very soul of Perpetua. Callista's stirring speeches, delivered in underground gatherings illuminated by flickering holograms of ancient lore, convinced many that the next step was to sever the mystical bond that had condemned them to eternal servitude. Not everyone in the rebellion was united by this newfound purpose. Echo, the reformed enforcer, harbored painful memories of his time within the elite's inner circle. He knew secrets that could shatter the fragile alliance. In a twist that left even Riven reeling, Echo revealed that some members of the elite had once tried to break free from the cosmic contract, only to be silenced and erased from history. This betrayal deepened the wounds of the oppressed, adding urgency to the rebel cause. Trust became a scarce commodity, and every ally's loyalty was questioned as whispers of hidden agendas swirled in the dark corridors of Evermore. The rebels soon learned that to truly dismantle the system, they needed to infiltrate the heart of the Vita engine, a colossal, sentient data core known as the Soul Grid. Hidden beneath Evermore in an underground labyrinth of forgotten catacombs and ancient tech, the grid pulsed with a strange, otherworldly light, a beacon of both hope and terror. Riven, Mara, Callista, and a small, elite team of hackers and warriors embarked on a treacherous journey through twisting tunnels, encountering remnants of forgotten magic and cryptic warnings etched into the walls. Along the way, they faced not only physical traps but psychological trials that forced them to confront their deepest regrets and fears, reflections of the very mirrors of unspoken regrets that had once haunted their souls. In a climactic confrontation deep within the labyrinth, the rebels activated the Chronicle of the Lost at the core of the Soul Grid. As ancient algorithms intertwined with arcane incantations, the grid roared to life, unleashing a torrent of energy that illuminated the subterranean maze with blinding brilliance. In that moment, the sentient Vita engine, revealed to be a cosmic entity with its own will, spoke in a voice that resonated through the very fabric of reality. It confessed that the system was a centuries-old experiment, one that had spiraled into tyranny when human greed and fear corrupted its original purpose. The cosmic entity offered a bargain: help it restore the balance of life and free the souls of Perpetua, and it would relinquish its control over the eternal contract. With the fate of an entire world hanging in the balance, Riven and his allies faced a monumental choice. Accept the entity's enigmatic offer and gamble on a future of uncertain freedom, or risk everything by trying to shatter the cosmic bonds without its guidance, a path that could plunge Evermore into chaos. In a heart-pounding decision that rippled across the rebel ranks, they chose unity and hope. Combining the wisdom of the ancient chronicle with their own unyielding resolve, the rebels set in motion a chain reaction that would forever alter the destiny of Perpetua. As the first rays of dawn broke through the shattered darkness of Evermore, the oppressive chains that had bound the people for centuries began to dissolve. The cosmic contract was rewritten, not through violence or subjugation, but with the strength of countless voices united in a single, resounding call for freedom. In that fragile, radiant moment, it became clear that even in a world where life had been twisted into an unending curse, the human spirit, imbued with hope and courage, could spark a revolution that transcended time, debt, and destiny. And so, in the heart of Perpetua, a new era was born, a time when the echoes of the past were reclaimed, and the future, though uncertain, shone with the promise of liberation.